Gemini, 12 inner movements that could redefine your path. There are moments in life when the ground beneath your feet begins to shift, not violently, not dramatically, but with a slow and steady certainty that tells you nothing will ever be quite the same again. For Gemini, this is one of those moments. Something deep inside you is rearranging itself, and whether you have been aware of it or not, the process has already begun. What I am about to share with you today are 12 distinct inner movements that are working together to redefine your path. Not the path someone else chose for you. Not the path that seems safe or expected, but the path that your soul has been quietly mapping since the day you were born. Listen carefully, because each of these movements carries a message that is meant specifically for you. Movement 1. The first inner movement is the dissolution of old identities. You have worn many masks throughout your life, Gemini. Some were given to you by family, others were shaped by circumstance, and a few you crafted yourself as protection against a world that did not always feel safe. The responsible one, the funny one, the one who holds everything together, the one who never complains. These identities served you when you needed them, but they were never the full truth of who you are. Right now, those old identities are beginning to crack, and the light coming through those cracks is the light of your authentic self. You may feel disoriented as this happens. When you have been playing a role for decades, it can be frightening to imagine who you might be without it. But that fear is temporary, and what waits on the other side of it is a freedom so profound it will take your breath away. You are not losing yourself. You are finding yourself, perhaps for the very first time. Let the old masks fall. Let the roles dissolve. Let the versions of you that were built for survival give way to the version of you that was built for living. There is a difference between surviving and living, and you have spent long enough doing the first. It is time for the second. Movement 2. The second movement is a realignment of your values. The things that mattered to you 10 years ago, 20 years ago, may no longer hold the same weight. Possessions that once felt important now feel like clutter. Achievements that once filled you with pride now feel hollow, unless they are connected to something meaningful. Relationships that were held together by convenience rather than genuine love are starting to feel like obligations rather than blessings. This is not a loss of direction. This is a refinement of it. Your values are becoming clearer, sharper, more honest. You are beginning to understand that the only things worth investing your time and energy in are the things that make your heart feel full, not your ego. This realignment may lead you to make choices that surprise the people around you. You might walk away from a commitment that everyone expected you to keep. You might pursue an interest that seems impractical or unusual. You might simplify your life in ways that others do not understand. Let them wonder. Your values are not up for committee review. They belong to you, and the fact that they are changing is proof that you are growing. Movement 3. The third inner movement is the awakening of dormant courage. Somewhere along the way you stopped taking risks. Not all at once, but gradually, one cautious decision at a time. You built a life that was safe but not satisfying. And there is a part of you that has been asleep because of that safety, a part that thrives on challenge, on uncertainty, on the electric feeling of stepping into the unknown. That part is waking up now. You may feel it as a restlessness, a dissatisfaction with routines that used to comfort you, a longing for something you cannot name. That restlessness is not a problem. It is an invitation to remember that you are braver than your habits suggest, more capable than your comfort zone allows, and more resilient than your fears would have you believe. Courage does not mean the absence of fear. It means moving forward while your knees are shaking, while your voice is trembling, while every logical argument in your mind is screaming at you to stay put. And Gemini, you have more courage inside you than you have ever given yourself credit for. This season is asking you to prove it, not to anyone else but to yourself. Movement 4. The fourth movement is a shift in your relationship with solitude. Gemini is a social sign, drawn to conversation, connection, the exchange of ideas with other minds. And that social nature is one of your greatest strengths. But it has also been, at times, a way to avoid being alone with yourself. Because in solitude, there are no distractions. In solitude, you cannot deflect with humor or redirect with questions. In solitude, you are face to face with everything you have been avoiding, and that can feel overwhelming. But this season is teaching you that solitude is not loneliness. Solitude is a sanctuary. It is the place where you can hear your own thoughts without interference, where you can feel your own feelings without performance, where you can simply exist without the pressure of being anything for anyone. You are learning to enjoy your own company, and that is one of the most important skills a person can develop. Because the person you spend the most time with is yourself, and if you do not enjoy that companionship, no amount of social activity will fill the void. Sit with yourself. Get to know the person you have become. You might be surprised by how much you like them. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Movement 5. The fifth inner movement is the softening of your defenses. You have built walls, Gemini. Strong, high, carefully constructed walls that have kept people at a comfortable distance for years. Some of those walls were built after someone hurt you. Others were built after you watched someone else get hurt and decided you would never let that happen to you. And a few were built so long ago that you do not even remember why they are there. They are just part of the architecture of your life, so familiar that you forgot they were not original to the structure. But those walls are beginning to soften now. Not collapsing, not crumbling, softening. Becoming permeable in places where they were once solid. You are beginning to let people in, not everyone, but the right ones. You are beginning to show parts of yourself that you have kept hidden, not to the whole world, but to the people who have earned your trust. This softening feels vulnerable, and it should. Vulnerability is supposed to feel like exposure, like standing in an open field without armor. But that exposure is also where the deepest connections happen. The relationships that will sustain you through the next chapter of your life cannot be built through walls. They require openness, honesty, and the willingness to be seen in all your imperfection. Let the walls soften. Let the right people see you. The risk is real, but so is the reward. Movement 6. The sixth movement is a transformation in your understanding of strength. For most of your life, you have equated strength with endurance. The ability to keep going, to push through, to handle everything without breaking down. And you have been strong in that way. Incredibly strong. You have carried burdens that would have crushed others. And you have done it with a smile on your face and a quick remark to make everyone think you were fine. But this season is redefining what strength means for you. True strength is not about enduring without complaint. True strength is about knowing when to stop enduring. It is about having the courage to say, "I need help." It is about admitting that you are tired, that you are struggling, that you do not have all the answers. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of wisdom, because wise people know that they were never meant to carry everything alone. The universe built community into the fabric of existence for a reason, and that reason is that no one, no matter how capable, is designed to do this life by themselves. Let someone carry part of your load. Let someone see your exhaustion. Let someone love you in the places where you have been trying to love yourself and coming up short. That is not giving up. That is finally being smart about how you use the energy you have left. Movement 7. The seventh inner movement is a deepening of your connection to nature and the natural world. You may have noticed recently that you are drawn to spend more time outdoors, more time in green spaces, more time listening to the sounds of wind and water and birds. This is not coincidence. Your spirit is craving a connection to something older and more enduring than the human world, something that does not operate on schedules or expectations or social conventions. Nature moves at its own pace, and that pace is healing for a mind as active as yours. The trees do not rush to grow. The rivers do not worry about where they are going. The sun rises and sets without any need for applause. There is a lesson in that patience, that trust, that complete surrender to the natural rhythm of things. You have been living in a world of artificial urgency for too long, where everything needs to happen now, where every delay feels like a failure, where speed is valued over depth. Nature teaches you the opposite. Nature teaches you that the most beautiful things take time, that the strongest foundations are built slowly, and that there is a season for everything under the sky. Go outside more. Touch the earth. Let the wind remind you that you are part of something vast and ancient and endlessly continuing. You are not separate from nature. You are nature, and when you remember that, everything becomes simpler. Some people watch. Others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting. It's about moving. Movement 8. The 8th movement is about forgiving yourself. This is perhaps the most difficult of all 12 movements, because Gemini's memory is long and detailed, and you remember every mistake you have ever made with painful clarity. You remember the words you wish you had not said. You remember the chances you did not take. You remember the people you let down, the promises you broke, the moments when you were less than your best. And you have been carrying those memories like stones in your pockets, weighing yourself down with guilt and regret that serve no constructive purpose. It is time to put those stones down, not because what happened does not matter, but because you have punished yourself enough. You have replayed those moments so many times that they have lost their power to teach you anything new. They are just pain now, and you do not deserve to carry pain that has outlived its purpose. Forgiving yourself does not mean pretending that mistakes did not happen. It means acknowledging them, learning from them, and then releasing them so they no longer define you. You are more than your worst moments. You are more than the choices you made when you were confused or scared or overwhelmed. You are a living, evolving, imperfect, beautiful human being who did the best they could with what they had at the time. And that is enough. Let it be enough. Movement 9. The 9th inner movement is a rekindling of hope. Not the naive, untested hope of youth, but a mature, weathered hope that has been through the fire and come out the other side still burning. You have had seasons of hopelessness, Gemini. Seasons where you wondered if things would ever get better, if the pain would ever stop, if the future held anything worth looking forward to. And yet, here you are, still breathing, still watching, still open to the possibility that something good is coming. That hope is not foolishness. It is the most powerful force you possess, because hope is what keeps you moving when logic says stop. Hope is what makes you try one more time when experience says give up. Hope is the bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be, and right now, that bridge is being strengthened by every inner shift you are experiencing. Do not dismiss your hope as wishful thinking. Honor it. Feed it. Protect it from the cynics and the critics who have given up on their own dreams and want you to give up on yours. Your hope is sacred, and it is pointing you towards something real. Movement 10. The 10th movement is an expansion of your capacity for joy. Somewhere along the road of life, you stopped letting yourself feel pure, unfiltered joy. Maybe it was because every time you felt happy, something came along and took it away. Maybe it was because joy felt irresponsible when there were problems to solve and people to take care of. Maybe it was because you forgot that joy is not something you earn. It is something you allow. This season is expanding your ability to receive joy in all its forms, big and small. The warmth of sunlight on your face. The sound of a song that takes you back to a perfect moment. The laughter of someone you love. The taste of food that was prepared with care. These simple joys are not trivial. They are the substance of a well-lived life, and you have been denying yourself access to them for too long. Give yourself permission to be happy without reason. Give yourself permission to laugh without restraint. Give yourself permission to enjoy the small, ordinary, extraordinary moments that make up the majority of human experience. Joy is not a luxury for Gemini. It is a birthright. Claim it. Movement 11. The 11th inner movement is a clarification of your spiritual path. You have always been curious about the mysteries of existence, about what lies beyond the visible world, about the forces that shape human destiny. But your spiritual journey has been scattered, moving from one philosophy to another, sampling ideas without fully committing to any of them. That scattering has given you a broad perspective, but it has also left you without a solid anchor. This season is bringing clarity to your spiritual life, not by narrowing your options, but by helping you find the thread that connects all the ideas you have explored. That thread is uniquely yours, woven from every tradition you have studied, every experience you have had, every moment of wonder that stopped you in your tracks. Your spirituality does not have to look like anyone else's. It does not have to fit into a box or follow a prescribed path. Just has to be real. Just has to be yours. And right now, it is becoming more real and more yours than it has ever been. Movement 12. The 12th and final inner movement is the acceptance of your own power. Gemini, you are more powerful than you know. Not powerful in the sense of domination or control, but powerful in the sense of influence, of impact, of the ability to change the energy of any room you walk into and any life you touch. You have been underestimating yourself for too long, hiding behind modesty or humor or the convenient fiction that you are just an ordinary person living an ordinary life. But there is nothing ordinary about you. The way your mind works, the way your heart loves, the way your spirit adapts and evolves and refuses to stop growing. These are extraordinary qualities, and the world needs them now more than ever. This is not about ego. This is about responsibility. When you accept your power, you accept the responsibility to use it well, to use it kindly, to use it in service of something larger than yourself. The 12 inner movements you are experiencing are preparing you for a life that is bigger than anything you have allowed yourself to imagine. And the only thing standing between you and that life is your willingness to believe that you deserve it. You do. You always have. And now is the time to step into it fully, completely, without apology, without hesitation, without looking back. You have two options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.